Welcome everybody to Compas on the beat. We are here, Fernando Ramirez, Gilbert Manzano. We're here to review UFC. Well, not review, preview UFC 300.
Slow down, Fernando.
Yeah,
we got to get
exactly.
to Saturday night.
Yeah. We'll review it after Saturday night. But we are here, but we are not alone. No, we are not. You guys know him. You guys love him. We did a lot of content with him back at Radio Row.
Well, first of all, is he gonna join the show? Because I sent a text a month ago to jump on the show. He just left me on red. He ghosted me for a month.
Well, he doesn't have a Apple, so an iPhone, so you don't know if he left you on red.
I know he read it. Yeah, I had to confirm. I said what happened, and he just said I'm too busy for you. So, and then I texted him 20 minutes ago, and I said, hey, how about 6:15? And he made us some excuse about being busy at a UFC press conference. So we'll see.
Well, we'll see. But you guys know him. You guys love him. You guys asked us, when are you guys going to have him on, especially after the screw job that we did on him after the Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia thing.
Oh, that's why. So, that's why he goes.
Yeah, I know he's still mad about that, but you know him. You love him. Here he is, Adam Hill of the Las Vegas Review Journal. Adam, look at you live in person. How are you doing?
I am good, and I actually did this for you guys. Look, it's the Canelo setup right here.
Hey!
Oh wow!
Is it so? Because we're Mexican, you assume that we want to see Canelo. But you are correct though.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like, it's kind of the whole point of the show, right?
Yeah. You got it, man.
I could also, man, I could really make you feel like a jerk right now. I'm not going to do it.
Do it.
Why not?
I heard the trash talk coming in. Like, you are aware of a family situation I'm dealing with, and I was dealing with it very badly on that day. And,
okay, you didn't tell me that. Okay, now you're making me feel bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
So I was just like, I'll just keep it generic and just understand that if I could do it, I would always follow you guys. But yeah, there was a serious situation that day.
Adam,
that's what I told Fernando. I said, "Oh, he's probably busy. That's not a big deal."
Adam, the real question is that the Raiders locker room?
No, it's the lobby of the MGM Grand.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know if that was the Raiders locker room.
You can't tell by the line behind them. A gold line just had a there.
There's a lion in the Raiders locker room.
You know why I'm asking though.
Sure, of course.
Adam,
I'm not there.
What was the atmosphere like right now at UFC 300 at the press conference? Just a lot of rumors. Hey, Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler are going to show up, and they're going to announce their fight for 303. All this stuff, and then Dana actually did have a surprise that they're going to get bonuses over 300K. Can you talk about the atmosphere and everything at the press conference?
Yeah, people were fired up. Look, it's a great card, no question about it. A lot of I was trying to count up the amount of champions and former champions. I think it's like 11 or 12 that are on this card, which is wild. I mean, former champ in the first fight on the prelim card. So it's pretty crazy. So people were fired up. They're ready to go anyway. Even though there's not the massive star power at the top of the card, I think people expected either, John Jones or Conor McGregor or like a Ronda Rousey return or something like that on the top of this card for 300, but it's a really, really good card. And people were fired up and into it, and we were into the questions at the press conference. I mean, everybody asking questions had to kind of wait for applause or boos to die down for every single fighter, which just extended the press conference longer and longer. That's all I care about. But yeah, you're right. There was rumors about Conor McGregor. The first question of the day was, do you have a big announcement about June to make before we get this thing started? And Dana's answer was, don't believe everything you read on the internet. I would respond and say, it's not the internet. Conor McGregor said he's fighting June 29th in Las Vegas. So that's not the internet. That's your fighter that said it. But yeah, as you pointed out, the biggest moment of the day, Dana was asked, there's the BMF title on the line. Both fighters said they want Mark Coleman, who obviously is the hero from recent fire where he went in and saved his family. He's going to be in attendance. They want him to wrap the title around either Justin Gaethje or Max Holloway. And Dana said, yes, done. And then the follow-up from the media member was, the fighters also want $300,000 bonuses instead of $50,000 bonuses. And Dana said, sure, done. So big news for them. I would argue, if it's that easy to make the bonuses higher, why isn't pay higher? But that's the topic for another.
Adam, I don't want to be rude to you again. Are you able to somewhere a little more quiet? I know that a lot of very smooth. There's an escalator behind you to like the ground level. Is it good Wi-Fi over there? It might be bad Wi-Fi.
That was my concern.
Is it still the comedy club out there? Is it the Brad Gilbert comedy club?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. My concern was the Wi-Fi though, so I can try it for sure.
Give it a try while I'm making you walk and talk, Adam. But go off of your response, like you mentioned, a loaded card, 12 champions or 13 champions. I already forgot. I'm not listening. 12. From the non-pay-per-view main card, Adam, what's your favorite fight?
The non-pay-per-view. So wait, you're saying that from not the champion or from not the main card at all?
The main card,
the prelims.
The prelims. There you go. Better, or the prelims.
To me, I think the biggest story, and I'm writing about it a little tomorrow. Can you hear me still?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. I think maybe the biggest story is the debut of Kayla Harrison. I mean, I think that's really an intriguing storyline. Obviously, Kayla Harrison, two-time Olympic gold medalist. It got worse. I was worried about the Wi-Fi, so I took a step there.
It comes and goes. You're good.
All right,
I do want to see the tour, though. I do remember the escalator there. I'm gonna make you walk to the Top Golf too while you're at it. If you, we did lose them.
Look at you.
I'm gonna try this. I went off Wi-Fi to the phone. Is that better?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Better. Okay. A lot of scenic down here now.
Okay. I'll take it.
Okay.
You were talking about Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison. Yeah, she's coming in two-time, Olympic gold medalist in judo. Obviously, the comparison to Ronda Rousey and what she's done. Kayla Harrison, a very successful MMA career already, but this is her UFC debut, and the question has been, can she make the weight? She's never fought at 135. She's trying to fight at 155. I talked to her yesterday. She told me she's not even really sweating it. It's not even been an issue. It's been easy for her. So if that's the case, if she's going through a pretty easy weight cut here, I think she's very dangerous at 135. I think she said she can come in and take the division by storm, be a champion by the end of the year. That's her goal. And I think she has all the talent to do it. But Holly Holm is a very tough opponent. And, it's not a mistake that they put her against Holly Holm, who was the first person to knock out Ronda Rousey. I think that storyline is very obvious.
And Adam, speaking of that, my bad, Gilbert. Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of that, they made everything about, mostly with Holly Holm yesterday, about Ronda came out and said that she was concussed before 193 and that it was just not her fight. Just what did you make of what Holly said and everything surrounding that?
So it's interesting, and I'll give the little backstory that I was there in Australia for that fight. I also, before I went to Australia, I went to LA and went to Ronda's training camp for a couple of days. There was a lot that was off. Like, nobody said that she had a concussion at the time. Nobody had, talked about that. I will say her training camp was awful. And we saw it just being there. And myself and a couple other people that were there were like, what is she doing? They were only training boxing. And obviously she was fighting against a boxer, but I think my message would have been, don't box. Why are we training boxing? Do not box. Get this fight to the ground as quickly as possible. But they wanted to go in there and prove that they could outbox the boxer. That she was so dominant and such so overwhelming as a fighter that she was going to go in and beat everybody else with their style. And I thought that was a terrible mistake. And then when we were in Australia all week, she really wasn't seen. Like, it was one of those things when you're around a fight week, you're seeing fighters out and about, you're seeing their camps out and about, you're seeing the people around them, at the hotel, at the restaurants, all those things. And nobody saw Ronda that week. And so am I saying it's true? I have no idea. I don't know. But it was a very, very strange fight week. There's no question about it.
Sounds like a lot of excuses that she's making 10 years later or whatever it is. I forgot her. 2015, right? Was the fight, I think. But
I'm saying in the moment, there was something. And I don't know what that was, but there was something going on. And maybe that was just bad preparation. I don't know. But it was a very weird fight.
She's making a lot of excuses lately for like WWE, like her run in WWE, losing in the UFC. It just feels like lately she's really been kind of doing all that. So I think she's been really strange the last couple, like in the last year. I just think she's pulled some weird stuff that I'm just kind of like, you kind of have to question what her angle is.
Well, I'll say, like I said, I can't answer for whether or not she had a concussion going into that fight. I will say her fight against Amanda Nunes remains to this day one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen.
Why?
One of the most bizarre things I've ever been a part of. She, again, went into hiding all week. Nobody talked to her. She didn't do media at all. In fact, one of my most viewed interviews of all time was a video I did with Amanda Nunes that week, because the rule was kind of, hey, Ronda's not going to talk, so Amanda's not going to talk. So there was nothing on the record officially. And I caught up with Amanda and sat down and talked to her, and everybody wanted to see it because nobody was doing media. And Amanda kind of said off the record at the time, not on the video, she was like, what is going on with her? Like, you know what's happening? Nobody's seen her. Nobody knows what's going on. And if you go back and watch that fight, Ronda got hit one time. And she said this week. She's like, I got hit one time and I just... If you go watch the fight, I thought so at the moment. If you go back and watch the fight, that's exactly what happened. She was not there. Like, she was in some other place during that fight. And it could be she was just so like shell shocked from the first fight or whatever. I don't know, but I've never seen somebody check out of a fight immediately like she did the first time she got punched. It was weird. And as far as wrestling goes, look, that's, I mean, I think that's pretty clear, right?
Wait, you kind of cut out when you said as far as wrestling goes, and then you cut out.
Oh, yeah, she sucks at it.
Oh,
okay, we got it.
And not just that, she was terrible on the mic as well.
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I think she's athletic, so she can do some of the moves or whatever, but she's not a good character. She's not good on the mic. No. By the way, we can break this down a little bit more, because I've never, like, because of some friends that are very into it, I kind of got invested in the storyline going into this WrestleMania, and I don't know what all you guys are talking about. That sucked. That was terrible.
Wait,
Cody Rhodes is not. Cody's not good on the mic either. No, it sucks. And Cody's not good on the mic either. I don't know why people like him. I like him as a person. I've interviewed him a couple times. I think he's a great dude, but I don't think he's interesting. And the storyline was stupid. The finish the story thing was the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The whole thing was so stupid. And look, I acknowledge my tribal chief. Like, I don't know why they made him lose anyway. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why he lost anyway. I was very, very frustrated and annoyed with WrestleMania.
Hey, Fernando, honestly, I think Adam was on something about Cody Rhodes on the microphone. He's kind of whatever.
What the hell was that on Monday?
Yeah. But I do like the intro, the whoa.
Stop
the Rock, or like what Cody was saying?
Yeah, Rock and Cody. Neither one of them had anything.
A couple of years, 10 years ago, when the Rock beat CM Punk for the championship, Cody came into the ring and he's like, "Can I hold it? Can I look at it?"
I get it. I asked people what was going on. I got the backstory. It's just dumb. And
they're setting up Rock versus Cody for either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. I think it'll be SummerSlam.
I'm out.
But
I'm out.
I think they're. You said you're out?
Oh boy.
You're out or what?
I'm out. I'm a bloodline guy only. That's it.
Oh no!
I'm not in the Rock.
That's progress, though. At least
I love my
for WWE at all.
I think Roman and Paul Heyman are the greatest thing going in WWE. But I think they wanted to go with what Cody was doing and all that stuff, and they love Cody, and he just signed a huge extension. But I mean, to me, there's only one. I saw somebody on Twitter put, "Can you imagine if Roman shows up on Friday with another championship and says, 'Look, I had two, he only took one'?" I'm like, damn, that actually would be an incredible angle to go with. But whatever, we're going. Let's keep on talking about 300. My bad. Gilbert, what else did you have for Adam?
Well, I don't want to ask him about 300 just yet. I know he's a busy man. We won't keep it too long, Adam. But I want to follow up on Conor McGregor. Like, what's your feeling on this? Is it going to be the summer? Is it going to be at the Spear in September? Does he not fight at all? Because I saw some interviews during Roadhouse Media Tour. He wasn't all there.
Yeah, to your point, are they drug testing? I mean, they just changed the drug testing protocols. Like, USADA's out, their own drug testing are in, so I think they can do whatever they want. But it's gonna take a lot of effort and desire for Conor to not only fight but to go through that part of the process. And I don't think they're gonna make him go through that whole process, because look, he's gonna make them a lot of money and they can do what they want with it. But I don't know how dedicated he really is. He says he wants to fight a bunch. I saw an interview yesterday. He said he wants to fight 4 times a year. That ain't happening. But I don't think it's gonna be at the Spear, because that's not a pay-per-view at this moment. That's a fight night card. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do. I still thought that I did kind of buy into they were gonna announce June 29th today. Maybe they'll announce it Saturday. I don't know. But if it's not June 29th, I don't know if it's happening.
You know what it is, right? Gilbert talked to Dana yesterday, and he said, Dana, you have to wait till we're there for you guys to announce it. So they're going to do it on Saturday.
Yeah, wait, where are you not here?
We're gonna get there.
No, I went back home. I went back home.
What the hell?
Yeah, no, I didn't want to stick around Thursday and Friday. I'll see you Saturday again in person.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot of travel.
Hey, we should grab lunch with Adam before we go to UFC.
I was gonna say we'll get there early Saturday and then we'll hang out. But Adam, I took inspiration from you. You used to do that drive all the time. Like, what are you doing in LA? I'll come back tonight. You know.
I did, and then the one week.
He comes down to San Diego and Tijuana like nothing either.
San Diego for sure. There was a fight in San Diego one year, and it was when Spirit first started. They were offering $9 flights, and I flew down every day and flew home every night. It was fantastic. Loved it. But yeah, I love that drive. I don't mind it. I just thought you were staying here the rest of the week. But I have a baby shower to go to before the fights on Saturday. If you guys want to go to that, you're more than welcome. I heard there's going to be a hypnotist at the baby shower.
Really?
Oh, we're down to go.
Yeah.
That early? Like what time?
I think it's supposed to be at like 3, but I told them I have to be to UFC by then. So I think I'm just going to go at like 1. I show up when I show up. I don't care what the time is.
I love this guy for that.
It's be early.
Adam, just going through obviously this card and everything. What do you make of like Armand and Charles? Like Charles said, he feels like a rematch is basically on the horizon for him if he wins. Just looking at that fight, what do you think about Armand versus Charles Oliveira?
I think Oliveira has a tough fight, man. I love Oliveira. I think he's very talented, but the questions are when things get tough in a fight. Like sometimes he quits and sometimes he just rallies. Like you never know how he's going to respond when he's hurt or when he's in trouble. And I think he will be in trouble. Armand is really, really good. He's really talented. But I'll say, and this is going to be a generic answer for almost all of these fights in terms of does a win here? By the way, here's Michael Bisping is walking by to the field.
Oh, you said Michael Bisping?
Michael Bisping.
Michael Bisping is right there.
Oh, how do you say Michael Bisping?
Get him on.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, get him on.
Mike.
Can you imagine if he was actually awesome?
My answer to a lot of these questions is going to be, is this fight enough to like propel them to a title fight? And I would say the answer is going to be yes to almost everybody because it is such a massive card. There's so many eyeballs on it. There's so much attention that the fan base speaks loudly. And when the fans want a certain fight, it usually happens. And a lot of these guys that win with all this attention are going to be able to use that attention, to use that platform to springboard themselves into major opportunities. I think that's why a lot of people want to be on the card. And it goes for, and I'll just, I'll start answering the questions that you don't even ask me, but like a guy like Bo Nickel, right, where he's one of the biggest prospects they've ever had. They haven't really been able to find the right fights for him because you can't put him against a top 3 guy because he's only had 5 fights as a pro, but you also can't put him against an unranked guy because he's too good for everybody. But he is going to fight another unranked guy, and this is basically, hey, you're going to kick off the pay-per-view because we need to springboard you into superstardom, and a win should be able to do that.
Adam, Diego Lopez has really taken off as a fan favorite. Just what are people liking about him? What is it about him that have made people really get drawn to him?
His hair.
It's like a mullet kind of part, right? Like a weird mullet. Half.
I think he said that his English is going to get better the next time he speaks on the microphone. So I actually thought that was pretty funny.
He knows Spanish and Portuguese.
Look at that.
Good enough. He doesn't need 3.
That's true.
You got to market yourself in English.
He's very exciting, and well, actually, that question was asked today, by the way, of a couple of the Portuguese fighters up there. Like, do you think that you need English, or does it kind of benefit you to not, and then you're a mystery, and then you can market yourself as a mystery, which I thought was an interesting angle as well.
Well, Canelo Alvarez started learning English for that purpose as well.
He didn't need it though, but he did shoot up a little more in stardom.
Motherfucker, get over here, motherfucker.
Just say curse words and you're good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Wiley Jang spoke a little English today.
Oh, really?
But I don't know if that helps. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's cool. I respect the hell out of it. It's hard. As somebody who's trying to learn a second language right now, and Duolingo is impossible. It's very impressive, right? To learn another language like that. But I don't know if it's necessary. I think it's something that people respect, and they're like, oh, I'll give you credit for that. But I don't think you have to. If you put on exciting fights, and to back to your question, Diego Lopez has put on really, really exciting fights, and like if you come on and win a couple fights, okay, good. If you win 3 fights in a year and they're all exciting, that's going to propel you to the top.
Wuja Wangzhou Bing Chiling.
What did you just say?
Wuja Wangzhou Bing Chiling.
I don't know what that means.
I want ice cream.
Okay.
In Chinese.
You've been learning a lot of languages lately, Fernando. But were you there, Adam, when somebody asked Alex Pereira, like, are you going to speak English? And he was like, no. Were you there for that? Oh, yeah. That was great. Like, what do you want me to do? Let me fight.
Yeah, I'm here to fight. By the way, I got to say it better. It's Alex.
Alex?
It's not Alex. Alex
Pereira.
That makes it hard with the Pereira part. What did you make of Jamahal Hill asking him for an autograph?
Jamahal doing what?
Asking him for an autograph.
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool move, right? He brought his little water bottle to kind of talk to him a little bit with the chain on it. It was good. Look, Jamal's trying to get in his head. There's no question. And I thought at one point he kind of did. There was a point where Jamal was just kind of yelling over at him, and Alex, I don't know if he understood what he was saying, but he understood the intention. And I thought for one moment, Pereira's like, oh boy, okay, I'm here for a fight. And I don't know if it's a good idea to get in his head. I wouldn't try to get in that dude's head. He'll murder you.
Adam.
Well, my bad.
Go ahead. You got a follow-up for that one? I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah, I was just going to ask him. So Joe Rogan said, hey, you guys shouldn't like underestimate Jamal. It feels like everybody's going with Alex more than they are on Jamahal Hill, but Jamal obviously never lost his championship. He lost it due to injury. Do you feel like, are you with Joe? Do you feel like it is a dangerous, Jamal is a dangerous opponent for Alex?
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, I mean, I think the fan base and the general media has kind of written this off as the fight's over already, and Alex is going to win. But the odds are basically pick 'em. Like, and I think people will be surprised what the odds are, just because I think a lot of people look at him as a big favorite in this fight. He's not. It could go either way. There's no question.
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw those odds, by the way, Adam. But yeah, Jamal, friend of the show, Jamahal Hill. You saw him there, Super Bowl Radio Row, a couple of years.
Sure.
So good to see him back. But before I get your prediction for the main event, Adam, maybe I think it's a little underrated. Maybe I'm wrong here, but when people are calling each other fake samurais, like that's the fight that I want to see. Jiri and Rakic, I think they got bumped out the main card because of Bo Nickel, like you mentioned. That's a good fight to me, in my eyes, at least. What do you see about that one? Is that like real bad blood or just selling the fight?
I think there's a little bit of real bad blood, and also they've been a little bit offended by the fact that people are saying it's for the King of Europe.
Yeah,
that's kind of turned into the storyline here. Like, the winner's the King of Europe, and they're both like, we're both like top 3 in the world. So I don't know what this Europe stuff. It's for King of the World. So I think there's that added intrigue of, how are they selling this fight? How are they pushing it? And to your point, like, it should be a main card fight, no question about it. I think that they wanted to fulfill, Dana White's promise that it was going to be, from top to bottom, every single fight was essentially a championship level fight. And they looked at the preliminary card and said, all right, we can use one more of those fights on this card. So they threw that on there. But that's very worthy, no question, of a main card status. That's a big time fight. And I think, again, a fight that can go either way, a fight where both is absolutely right there in line to fight for a title.
I think we lose it for half a second and then come back in. But
sorry.
One more for me, Adam, is Jamahal Hill and Alex Pereira main event worthy for 300.
No, but it's great. Like, it's a great fight. But I even think Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway is the main event of this card. Right, like, I think that is the fight everybody wants to see. That's the fight everybody's looking forward to. Hill and Pereira is awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. The problem that the UFC had here is this is an incredible card. It's unbelievable. But they never were going to be able to live up to what they said, right? I mean, they said it was going to be slam dunk, the biggest fight of all time. Dana White said every fight is a main event worthy fight. Well, it's not true. But when you overpromise, even when you have the best card ever, which I do think this is the deepest card they've ever done, it's still not good enough. So I think it's unbelievable. I'm very excited about it. I'm thrilled about it. I think it's awesome. But they were just a little bit of a victim of maybe overpromising.
Adam, lastly for us, before we let you go, we appreciate your time. Make sure you guys check out everything that Adam Hill does. I know some of you guys in here are Raider fans. Make sure you guys check out Adam. Obviously covers the Raiders for the Las Vegas Review Journal. He covers combat sports. He does it all, short, fat, skinny, and tall. Adam, lastly for me, will Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler be there this weekend? And do you think they announced the fight on Saturday?
I'm going to go. If you asked me 2 hours ago, I would have said yes. Now I think I'm going to say no, because today was a good opportunity to do it. But I don't want to give away any conversations, but I checked with some people who may be familiar with the travel schedules of those fighters. And there was some doubt expressed of whether did Kentucky just hire a coach? There's got like 12 Texas State Kentucky. Let me make sure who they hire. So I don't think that he's going to be here, but they also could be hiding that. Like you never know. And these are people in Conor's camp who would know where Conor is, and they said we don't think he's here.
Well, so, they could do a WWE style thing. Now Endeavor is part of WWE and everything. They could hide him until the end and then bring him out some kind of music and just hype up everybody at the end of 300.
You think at the end? I think if they did it, they would do it they wouldn't do it after the main event.
Yeah, they should do Canelo Triple G style when they come to the ring after a fight and just announce it. Remember that
Triple
one?
G, where are you, my friend?
He just came out with the whole promo. But Adam, before we let you go, fun fact: me, Adam, and myself, we covered UFC 200. And I can't believe it's eight years later for UFC 300.
Wow,
300. So pretty cool milestones. Were you there for UFC 100? No,
I was. Yes, I was. One of the wildest weeks of my life. With all the craziness that went on that week for sure.
I saw Adam Miller's jacket with UFC 100. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Adam was there for 100, 200. He'll be there for 300, and then Flatbox also. Look at Adam; he's all over the place.
Flatbox 7.
I think I just lost you guys, and actually I didn't actually lose you, but yeah.
Don't respond to that one.
I'm not going to acknowledge that. Jim Miller also UFC 100 and UFC 200 and UFC 300.
Yeah, he was wearing a jacket, I think, when Gilbert yesterday, so that was pretty cool. But Adam, thank you so much for jumping on with us. We will see you Saturday at the baby shower with the hypnotist. That'll be a lot of fun. I hope people are okay with us showing up randomly to a baby shower.
But, you're gonna make it anyways. But,
I know, for real. We probably won't make it. But Adam, we'll see you Saturday. Thank you so much. Much love, man.
Sounds good. Sorry about the reception, guys.
We love you.
Thank you.
See you later, Adam. That was Adam Hill of the Las Vegas Review Journal. That's our guy.
It wouldn't be a Las Vegas live interview without music in the background,
Well, and I mean, he just got out of the UFC. Like, he just got out of the press conference. He was awesome to jump on with us. Again, we're sorry about some of that connection. Hey, if you guys have any predictions for 300, make sure you guys throw them out in the comments. Let us know what you guys think is going to happen this weekend. But yeah, I mean, it was awesome to have him on. That Ronda Rousey stuff was interesting. I didn't know
Gregor, everything about the 300 car, like
exactly. No, Adam gave us
always get the numbers, man. And
yeah, exactly.
I really can't believe I was doing like the math yesterday. I'm like, UFC 200. That was 8 years ago. It was like Brock Lesnar and Mark Hunt, and I was there covering it with Adam. So it's pretty wild.
Is that the one where they came out and they said that Brock Lesnar had something weird with?
I think he popped
his urine.
Yeah, he popped after the
because he beat, like, I remember people in the UFC were pissed because he beat the crap out of Mark Hunt, and everybody's like, "What the hell?" Like,
so people thought he was back, and then
he was just in a WWE ring like a couple months ago, and look at him now, he's back beating the crap out of people.
That was a good one. I think Miesha Tate upset Holly Holm for her first title defense. So it's wild to me. That was 8 years ago.
Let me see.
Man, I feel old.
Let me give you the shoot. Oh wow, Kentucky to hire BYU coach. By the way, did you see that John Calipari just got hired by Arkansas, and he's like it was a good meeting, good feeling, good meeting with the whole team, but there is no team. I was like, what are you? I was like,
did he get fired and then hired, or did he leave Kentucky?
No, he left.
Yeah, sure. Because I heard a bunch of rumors in March Madness. I'm not an expert, but it was like I'm just curious. We're on live now, but I'm like, what happened? Did he leave or get fired? But yeah,
no, he got fired. So it was let's see, let me look at it right here. So it was Tate Nunez, Yeah. Amanda won. Brock Lesnar.
No, so it was Tate Nunez. So before that,
yeah,
Misha Tate beat Holly Holm, and Misha's supposed to be like the biggest star, and then she lost to Nunez.
This card was stacked. Amanda Nunez submits Misha Tate. Yeah. Brock Lesnar beats Mark Hunt on decision. Daniel Cormier beat Anderson Silva decision.
Oh yeah, totally forgot about that.
Jose Aldo beat Frankie Edgar decision. Cain Velasquez beat Travis Brown. Isn't Travis Brown TKO? Yeah.
Ronda Rousey.
Isn't he Ronda Rousey? Okay. And then the prelims, Juliana Pena beat Kat Zingano. Kevin Gastelum beat Johnny Hendricks. TJ Dillashaw.
I remember all these fights.
Yeah. Rafael Asuncao. Sage Northcutt beat Enrique Martin.
He was supposed to be the next best thing, and he never did it.
Enrique Martin or Sage?
Sage.
He looks like a pretty boy.
Yeah, it was him and Paige Van Sant where they're trying to hype up, and both of them were pretty bad. They were just kind of the
Jim Miller was the opening bout against Takanori Gomi. And then Gerard Musasi against beat Thiago Santos. And then Joe Lauzon beat Diego Sanchez.
You know what's funny, Fernando? For UFC 200, they also couldn't find like a worthy main event. They were hyping it up so much, and everybody thought it was gonna be Conor, and he wasn't ready. And because I think Conor might have lost to Nate Diaz, and he needed the rematch, and that was 202, right? So I think that's when Brock Lesnar was very last minute, and then that's why he was very last minute. He popped.
I love when he came out with it. I still remember when he lost and Undertaker was standing right there. He's like, "Are you gonna do it or what?" And Brock Lesnar just walked off, pissed off. I thought that was pretty funny. But all right, Gilbert, let's go through this real quick. I'm gonna let here we go. Mimsy, hola compas. I got Jamahal Hill winning the main event. I just don't see the same fire from Alec Pereira.
Yeah, Alec.
Thoughts? Mimsy, I agree. I mean, Jamahal Hill's our boy and everything. Like, we've had him on. Him and Dan and Dago had the funniest bromance I think you'll ever see. But I still thought it was funny him trying to negotiate hat for what? What did he want for the hat? I thought
sponsorship.
Exactly. Yeah. I actually do have Jamal. I think Jamal's gonna regain his belt. Look, I'm a WWE guy. You guys know it. Gilbert's a combat sports guy. But I think in WWE, whenever a champion never lost his belt and he comes back to regain it due to injury, they usually come back and win it. So I'll say Jamahal Hill ends up coming back and upset, especially what Adam said and even Joe Rogan said. All the media, all the casuals, all the fans, they're all writing off this fight saying Alec has it. I don't think that's true. I'm going to go with Jamahal here.
Yeah, I was kind of falling for the Pereira hype because he is a monster. The way he's crushed, Adesanya. He lost Adesanya 2-1. He's beatable, but whenever he beat Adesanya, he crushed the guy, and he lost once to him. But we all fell into the hype, and then I look at the betting odds, like Adam said, I'm like, holy crap, it's actually kind of almost a 50-50 fight, and I'm like, okay, what am I missing here? Like, I shouldn't underestimate Jamahal Hill because he popped his Achilles. He said he went to the same. Aaron Rodgers went to the same doctor as Jamahal Hill, so went through a whole gruesome rehab there for a year. But this guy's a monster too. He's a big dude, man. And remember, he was supposed to fight Jiri. They couldn't make the fight work, and he got hurt there. So, man, light heavyweight guys they're massive. He could punch, so it's gonna be a fun fight. I just feel like Pereira, those kicks, man, they're vicious. He has a full arsenal. The length, man, he reminds me of the fighter from Street Fighter, but I don't know that is it Zhang? Yeah, one of those guys.
Yeah.
Just like a ultimate like length and power, and he's fun to watch, man. Like I'm just amazed the way he has powers with his fist and also with his kicks.
All right, Gilbert, I'm gonna put you to the gauntlet. Right. You're gonna be the one that does this because you know more than I do. I am not that smart. All right, let's go through. Do you want to go through the whole thing or just the main event? Or
let's start with Jiri and Rakic and work our way up to the main event.
Who?
Jiri Prorakovic. I can't even pronounce it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was gonna start at the bottom. Okay, go.
I don't want to do all of it. That's too much.
Okay, go with that one.
I will go with Jiri because he looked like when he was talking to the media yesterday about being called the fake samurai, like he had to stop to make sure he isn't gonna like lose it on stage or at the podium. So I think he's very annoyed about what Rakic is saying, but good for him. He's selling the fight. We care now. people on the YouTube from around the world for now that were checking out that video. I don't even notice the comments, but so that's pretty cool. So that fight's getting a lot of hype right now. Be called the fake samurai, you better take offense. So give me jury. Did you freeze?
Sorry about that. No, hold on. I am for some reason. Some device connected to my to my. I don't know what it was.
Somebody's trying to take your identity or what?
No. It connected to Daniel's earphones. I don't know if he's here. Sterling or Qatar? Qatar.
That's the first one on the pay-per-view. I thought it was Bo Nickel.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, it's Diego Lopez and Zadik Yosef. Those are the.
You might be looking at it wrong.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I know where you're going. Sorry. Yeah. Cody versus Bo Nickel. Who you got?
Bo Nickel. He's been super hyped, but one of his fights not too long ago, he kind of got touched up a bit. So he's a very good wrestler, like a dominant wrestler. I shouldn't say very good, dominant. Once he works on the rest of the striking, he should be very good. But I get why UFC's pumping him up. I'll go with Bo Nickel.
Oliveira or Arman?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Arman's been getting under his skin, man, with the trash talking there. I think he's Armenian, right? So he's in Charles Oliveira is Brazilian. I like how worldwide all the fighters are. So that's pretty cool in the UFC. But you know what? Give me the upset. Arman, he's a confident dude. Why not?
Gaethje or Holloway? This one's gonna be a good one too. Adam called it the actual
main event,
the best. Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, Gaethje and Holloway kept pushing for the fight bonus for $300K, and we're all assuming they're gonna beat the fight bonus because they just fight so hard and they're entertaining. And they got it there, like you mentioned, they got it from Dana White. All right, fine, for $50K to $30K, $300K. But Max Holloway to me seems like he's a little over the hill. He got really beat up by Dustin Poirier when he had to move up in weight. I think Gaethje's, he's not unbeatable, but when he's scrappy, he comes to fight, he still has, I think, a little more in the tank. So give me Gaethje.
Zhang Weili or Yan?
Ooh,
this is the first main event for a championship between two Chinese fighters. So
I want to say you might know more about this one than I do because you're really a fan of Weili and Thug Rose, those two matches that they had. But I don't know much about Yan, I'll be honest there. But Weili, when she's on it, she's pretty good, unless she's fighting Thug Rose. But I had no idea. I gotta watch her. Yeah. So maybe that's kind of like a bad matchup or something. But when she's fighting somebody else, she does really well. So I'll go Weili. But I gotta watch the video for now because I didn't know this, but apparently Yan, she trained with the LA Rams not too long ago. So I gotta see how that went for her.
Interesting. Yeah. Jorge jumped in very late. I got Pereira on this one. So there you go. Those are his thoughts. Obviously. So who do you got? Alec or Jamal?
I'll go Alec just because I don't know. He hasn't been away from the cage. I was gonna say ring.
Jorge, what do you think? He just went Alec. Are you
all right? Maybe I'm doing a reverse jinx for our boy Jamal. Who I want to win is Jamahal Hill, but who I think is gonna win as an expert is Alec Pereira.
Look at this one. I can't bet Chinese fighters anymore. I lose every time. Jorge says. Gilbert Mimsy is asking, can you predict
Davidson Figueiredo
and Cody Garbrandt?
Actually, I'm glad that you brought this one up because I remember when I used to work in Las Vegas, Cody Garbrandt was supposed to be the next best thing. Yeah, it was a long time ago. And Cody Garbrandt actually won the belt. He beat Dominic Cruz, and then after that, he just really kind of took a dive there. So give me Davidson Figueiredo. Hopefully, I didn't butcher his name.
He's like a pretty boy, huh? That
Cody Garbrandt. Yeah, like he was supposed to be like a star, and he just like he actually could punch, man. He was a good striker. That's why I like watching him. He was like a boxing kind of style. But maybe the rest of the game just didn't really translate for him. But thank you for the question.
Holloway, Jorge says. Gilbert, on Saturday, will we be going live after all this, or is it going to be too late? What do you think?
We will have equipment to go live. We will try our best, but you never know how it plays out. But we will definitely try to do it.
Did I put Gaethje? Who did I butcher? Holloway?
No, he's talking about me, Jorge. Davidson Figueiredo. I don't know.
That's why I don't try. These names are Figueiredo. These names are really hard.
He's the one that lost to our boy Brandon Moreno, right?
Oh yeah.
Or beat him, or he's like a kind of a good.
We'll try and go live after UFC 300. Hopefully we have Adam Hill on. Last time we were there. I think we went live.
It will go late though. Like how they do it over there after Dana White, and then we could probably get something going.
Yeah, it'll probably be late, but if you guys want to tune in, we'd appreciate it. If you guys check it out the next day, no worries. Last time I went live with our boy Emmanuel Morgan and what's his name? And Adam Hill. So we definitely did that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oof, this one, Jorge, you guys going live for the draft. We will after. It'll be tough. It'll probably be. Have you decided yet what you're doing?
I don't know yet, but if I do have time, we'll definitely make it work.
Costa Mesa.
Yeah, right. I'm not going over
there. Look at this guy.
You're going over there? They're making you guys go?
Yeah, that's where it's gonna be.
I think. Oh, you did tell me that there is gonna be like a draft.
Well, they're gonna have draft. By the way, they're gonna have a draft party in San Diego. I just saw. Well, it's like different. They're gonna have bar hoppings and stuff, and I just saw that. Mimsy just said, "Just go live from the club." Like,
yeah, if he could do it, no excuse for us, right?
That's true. We will go live after. I just have to work out. Well, you can't do it during the draft. Like, after the Charger done picking, Dan and I drop.
You know how unique my work stuff is right now. If I could do it, it'd probably be this year. So I'll let you know.
Okay, so Jorge, plan on. Okay, if they trade with Minnesota, then Minnesota, you guys are gonna have to wait until all that is kind of done. Like, obviously, I have to write and everything and get some stuff in. But plan on, yes, we will probably go live after the Chargers are done doing that, and then probably after we speak to you'll get instant reaction from us probably once Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh go. Then Dan and Dago and I will probably do a quick reaction, and we'll probably do a quick reaction to it, just audio version. I don't know if we'll do a YouTube. Well, actually, I mean, we might as well. We're already on here, but we'll probably do a YouTube version as well. But just a quick, like, oh, this is what Joe and Jim said, and review the pick real quick. But I think at first, right after the Charger done picking, Gilbert and I and Dan will jump on here, and so have your alerts on. We will go live the second day as well of the draft. Probably talk about what the Charge did, what some other teams did, but yes, we will do that, Jorge, as well. I don't know about the third day unless something big happens, but that's probably a no from us. Come to Buena Park. We're planning a great event over there.
Hey.
I wish we could, Mimsy, but the problem is I have to be over at Chargers to get reaction and stuff. That actually would be cool.
Not too far from Costa Mesa.
Shut up.
Just go.
We'll try. No, well, you'd have to go too. It's not just me.
I know.
You can pass out stickers and
the life of a beat reporter.
I know. Yeah, Mimsy, we appreciate the invite. It's just it might be a little bit tough with all that, but we will go live. Make sure everybody checks it out. Yeah, there is going to be a lot to talk about this draft. It's the first Jim Harbaugh draft. There's a lot.
We will definitely do something. We just don't all the time. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Thank you, though.
Oh, Gilbert, Modelo's on her.
Yeah. Maybe I go to Costa Mesa and then get over there too.
But yeah, we'll give you guys all the details probably next week about how we're gonna do all this. But just plan on that. Mimsy, Jorge, you guys are great. Make sure. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do something.
We gotta make it happen soon.
I wonder if you guys could get people to show up, we might do a meetup one day. You guys would just have to tell us. Man, Jorge, appreciate you. That means a lot. That's yeah, we've been
day one.
Exactly. Damn it. Damn you, right arm. And I went like that too.
That's the yes movement. Come on.
I know, for real. But yeah, if you guys would want to organize something where we could do that, I mean, maybe during training camp, maybe one day that Gilbert comes out during training camp.
Yeah.
At the training camp is now in Manhattan Beach, so it would have to be like up there. So yeah, we'll figure something out one day. But yeah, we'll definitely do something, or maybe we just show up to the Chargers. What's it called? Bro, I'm like day 2. But maybe one day we show up and tailgate with you guys before a game. If you guys tell us what lot to go to, we'll show up. Dan and Dago will be there. We'll show up and we'll just have a good old time. So yeah, we'll do something. Honestly, Again, we appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. But Gilbert has something to do. I got something to do today, so we gotta head out of here. But again, make sure you guys hit the notification button. We will go live possibly after UFC 300. Bring all your questions. Bring the cervezas, Jorge and Mimsy. Make sure you guys tune in. Again, it might be a little bit late, but we do it all for you guys. So make sure you guys tune in. Thank you guys so much. Gilbert, ¿sabes qué? Take us out of here. Vámonos.
Yeah. First of all, shout out to Adam for jumping on. It's a busy week at UFC 300, but he got it done. And then thank you, Mimsy and Jorge, for the comments. And if you're watching the live, don't be shy. Drop comments whenever we go live and you watch the replay.
Thunder Alley in the pink lot. We have a taquero there.
Oh, hey, there you
go. Sold to Mimsy.
Yeah, we're gonna park in the pink lot now. Why not?
Might be game one. Game one, we might have to pull up there. But all right, Gilbert, sorry.
Yeah, no, but thank you, Mimsy. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody watching. But we will be in Las Vegas on Saturday night for UFC 300. Can't wait to see Adam again. I saw Adam for like 2 seconds yesterday, so hopefully more time on Saturday. So some great knowledge dropped it. I know there's some kind of audio issues, but if you listen closely, good knowledge there, good information. But on that note, que nos vamos, pues, vámonos.